my YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing change of subject formula, but we'll focus our attention on formula with brackets and fraction. In our last video, we were able to establish some basic principles behind change of subject formula, and we're able to state that a formula is a mathematical equation containing two or more letters. Once there is a mathematical equation that contains two or more letters, it becomes a formula. And we're able to explain that change of subject formula simply means making your subject formula to stand alone. So once your subject formula stands alone, your aim has been achieved. So we're able to explain some principles guiding change of subject formula. So if you have not seen that video, kindly check our YouTube channel. Change of subject formula, the underlying principle is very key. You understand the basics from there. So we have some questions here. We are going to be diving straight into it. We have our first question right here. So let's see how we can work around that. A, open bracket, x plus b, close bracket, equals c. We have to make x the subject of the formula for all the four questions. Make x the subject of the formula. So we are making x the subject of the formula in all these questions. So let's start with the first question. So we say solution number 1. Now, if we actually want to make x the subject of the formula here, because the x is inside a bracket, so we open this bracket first. That's the first thing we are going to do. We open up this bracket. So if you are opening this bracket, we say a times x will give us what? Ax. A times x will give us ax. A times plus b, you put the sign into consideration, don't forget, will give you what? AB. Awesome. That means you have opened up this bracket. Ax plus AB equal C on your right hand side. Don't forget, you want to make x the subject of the formula. Great. So now, like we explained in our previous video, the underlying principle, we actually want to make this x the subject of the formula. What is disturbing this x is this a in multiplication form. Not only this ab in addition form. Before we move further, I will advise, once you have a lot of letters in your equation like this, always arrange them in alphabetical order. Like we have ax. Ax is still the same thing as xa, but for classification's sake, it is advisable you put them in alphabetical order. AB is still the same thing as BA, but let's just put it like this. A comes before B in alphabetical order. So now let's proceed. First thing first, we need to move this AB outside the equality sign. Like we explained in our previous video, the moment you move AB outside, because it's plus, the sign will change to what? Minus. Because you are actually moving across the equality sign. So now we have our ax equal c. Now that the ab is moving out, the sign will change to minus ab. It's as simple as that. So we now have ax equals c minus ab. Now, to make our x to stand alone, because we want to make x the subject of the formula, what is disturbing x now is a in multiplication form. So what we are going to do now is to divide both sides by what is disturbing our x, which is what? A. So we are going to divide both sides by A. Awesome. So let's get a template. That will make our job easier. So let's make use of this. Awesome. So here, don't forget we are dividing both the left hand side and the right hand side by a, so that our x can stand alone. That's our ultimate goal. So here we have our ax. We're actually dividing by a. We have our equality sign here, and here we have our c minus ab, and we are dividing by what? By a. Our aim is for our subject formula to stand alone. Now that we have this, that means our a can cancel out this a as well. It is as easy as that. By implication, it means our x is now standing alone. That's our aim. Our x is standing alone, so we now have c minus ab all over a. Great. So since our x is now standing alone, our aim has been achieved. So that's our answer. Let's go straight to question number 2. Don't forget we are dealing with formula with brackets and fractions. So question number 2, a over x equals b. A over x equals b. So we have solution 2. Awesome. Solution 2. We have to make x the subject of the formula. Now, this one there's no bracket, but we have fraction. If you have a situation like this, first thing first is for us to do what? To cross multiply. What do we mean by cross multiplication? Okay, for record purpose, let's put it down here. We have to cross multiply. It means, like this b that we have here, it means it is over 1. This b is over 1. So we have a over x here. This is a numerator, this is a denominator. So we have a numerator here, the denominator is 1. You are cross multiplying such that your numerator here will multiply what is here at the denominator. Your numerator here will multiply what we have here at the denominator. It is as easy as that. By implication, it means we can now say you will say x times b. This x times b will give us what? Bx. Don't forget, I say we should always put it in alphabetical order. If you say xb, it is still correct. But just for classification's sake, when you get to questions that has a lot of letters in common, it will be very easy for you. So we have bx, a times 1 that we have here to still give you a. So we have our bx equals a. We actually want to make x the subject of the formula. We want to make x the subject of the formula. So b is disturbing our x, but it's in multiplication form. Since we have that, we can now divide both sides by b. We can do what? We can divide both sides. We can divide both sides by what is disturbing our subject formula, which is b. So let's get a template. Let's get the template. Awesome. So on our left hand side here we have bx. We are actually dividing both sides by b. We have our equality sign. Then on our right hand side we have a. And don't forget we are dividing both sides by what? By b. Our aim is our subject formula to what? To stand alone, such that our B can cancel out B. That means our X is now standing alone. So therefore, our X will now be what? A over B. Very easy. So let's dive straight. Since our X is standing alone, that means we are good to go. Let's dive straight to let's say solution 3. Awesome. Now, question number 3 says A open bracket S plus C equal C open bracket A plus B. Great. Now, first thing first, we are going to open up these brackets because we actually want to make X the subject of the formula. We want to make X the subject of the formula. So if we say A times X will give us AX plus A times C will give us AC. Don't forget, always put it in alphabetical order. It's not compulsory, but it will make your job easier. So we have AX plus AC on our left hand side. So on our right hand side, let's open up the bracket as well. C times A will give us AC. If you say CA, it is still correct, but let's put it in alphabetical order. C times A will give us what? AC. We have plus here. If you say C times B will give us BC. Awesome. If you say CB, you are still correct. Now we have AX plus AC equals AC plus BC. AX plus AC plus AC plus BC. Now, because we have AX here, AC, AC, BC, that means there are some that are common. But our aim is to make our X to stand alone. So this AC is actually one of those things that are disturbing our X here. So let's first of all transfer this AC across this equality sign, so that our AX will now equal, we have our AC here, plus we have our BC here already. Now transferring this AC across this equality sign, it means the sign will change. Awesome. Now we have AC here, but with different sign. So let's see what we can do. Our AX equals this AC is plus, this AC is minus. Okay, let's see what we can do. We can say AC, this AC that we have here, let's put them together minus this AC that we have here. Now we have this plus BC, this BC that we have here. Now looking at this AC minus AC, they will cancel out. It's just saying 2 minus 2 will give you 0. 4 minus 4 will give you 0. AC minus AC will cancel out, will give you 0. So for record purpose, you can say this AC will cancel out this AC because they are actually having different sign. They are having different sign. So we can now say our AX equals this AC and AC as gone. We are left with AX equals BC that we have here. Great. Now our aim is for our X to stand alone. So what is disturbing our X now is A. So we are going to divide both sides by what is disturbing our X, which is A. So let's divide. Let's divide both sides by A. Awesome. Let's get the template. Great. Now, on this side, we have our AX. We want to divide both sides by A. We have our equality sign, and here we have our BC. And we are dividing both sides by what? By A. Awesome. So with this, we can now say that our A, we cancel out our A. That's our aim for our X to stand alone. So our X is now standing alone. So our final answer will now be our X equals BC plus BC over A. Very easy. So let's dive straight to question number 4, which is the last question. Don't forget, we have to make X the subject of the formula. We have to make X the subject of the formula. So we say solution number 4. Solution 4. Awesome. We have X plus P over P equals P over Q plus Q over P. We want to make this X the subject of the formula. Great. So now, first thing first, if you look at this X plus P over P, let's get this as a template anyway. This is just a template. This is a template. This X plus P over P, it is still the same thing. If you say X over P plus P over P. Let me explain myself again. This X plus P over P is the same thing as X over P plus P over P, because like if you look for the LCM of this P now, it will give you P. P and P, the LCM is P. So if you say P goes in P, it will give you 1. 1 times X, it will give you this X. P goes in P, it will give you 1. 1 times P, it will give you P. So if you are having the same denominator, just pick 1 and add what you have here. So it is still the same thing. So now, equal what we have here. Here we have P over Q plus Q over P. Awesome. We actually want to make X the subject of the formula. Now, we have P over P here, because P over P will still give you 1. But let's transfer this P over P, because it's one of those that is disturbing this our X. We want to make this X the subject of the formula. So if we transfer this P over P across this equality sign, it will change to minus because we have plus here. Let's quickly do that. So now we have our X over P equal, we have this minus, because we're actually transferring this P over P. I want to transfer this. The truth is, there is no one way to solving what we have here, but just ensure you are following the basic principle as explained earlier. Now, our X is still not standing alone, but we want our X to do what? To stand alone. Great. Now, let me quickly say something here. For example, let's look at this. This AX. What is disturbing our X is a, so we divide both sides by a. So we now have ax over a. But if we have x over a, if we want to eliminate this a at the denominator here, all we need to do is to multiply both sides instead of divide both sides by a, so that a can cancel out a. In the same way, we have x over p. If we have xp, if we want to eliminate p, we divide both sides by p. Now, but this time around, we have x over p. If we want to eliminate p, we just multiply this place by p so that the p can cancel out this p. You can rewind this video to listen to my explanation again. Now, let's multiply both sides, this left hand side and this right hand side, by p. Let's quickly do that. So you multiply both sides by p. Awesome. So all we have here bring it down here. Since we are multiplying both sides by p, so that means we are going to multiply here by p and multiply what we have here as well. Everything here, we multiply it by p, because anything you are doing to the left hand side, you have to do it to the right hand side. The reason why we are doing this is to eliminate this p at the denominator here. It's just the reverse of what we have if we are dividing both sides. Now we are multiplying both sides so that our p can cancel out p. Our aim is for our x to stand alone. Now that our x is standing alone, we can now say our x equal all what we have here. Awesome. So our x is already standing alone. If you leave your answer like this, p over q plus q over p minus p over p multiplied by p, you are correct, because our aim has been achieved. But if you feel like simplifying this further, you are still correct. If you leave your answer like this, you are correct. Okay, let's spend 1 or 2 minutes to simplify further in case you are faced with this challenge, or if you think this option is not in the option that are given, that means you have to simplify further, but your answer is correct. Now, if you're actually solving this question as a theory question, okay, let's quickly do that. Now, all you need to do is to multiply this p by all you have in this bracket here. Okay. Awesome. So now let's say p times p over q. This is like a numerator, p times p over q. So this one will be p squared. This one will change to p squared. Let's get a template for this. Let's get a template. Let's quickly do that. Square. Awesome. You say this p multiplied by this q, so I'm changing to pq. You say this p multiplied by this p, so I'm changing to p squared as well. Awesome. That means you've been able to iron out, use this P to multiply through. If you can still find this option, that means you still need to simplify further, but your answer is correct if you are solving a theoretical question. So all you just need to do now, because you have a P here, it can cancel out this P that is here. This is 2P here. One of them can cancel out this P that you have here. So by implication, it means your X can now be, you have P square over Q. You only have Q that is left here. You only have P that is left here. So let's quickly do that. Awesome. So it's only PQ that is left here minus is only P that is left here. So if it's an objective question, it's either your answer is in this form or this form or this form. But if it's in theoretical question, you can stop at any of these stage. Very easy and straightforward. You can always pause, rewind this video for better clarification and understanding. Kindly drop a comment with us on this video if you are not clear with any section or aspect, and kindly help us to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, My Simple Maths, and press the notification bell so that you can always receive notification from us whenever we post a video. Thank you.